Hey there everyone, happy Monday evening. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. Pretty neat day, we saw a lot of sunshine out there. Clear skies, high pressure is in full control and temperatures responded nicely to that. Saw some 70s today, which we're going to talk about here in a second, but we also noticed those chilly overnights too, which if you plan on heading out tonight, well, why? Well, because of that supermoon that's going to be out there, you might want to prepare for those colder temperatures. Speaking of the supermoon, let's get into that right now. This is going to be the harvest moon, and that it was just saying that it's the first full moon that we've had since the autumnal equinox. And it's a supermoon too, so that means it's going to be closer as far as its orbit around the Earth, and it's going to appear very, very big because of that. Now we also have a couple of more of those here throughout the year. November and December, where they are expected to be just as big for us. Now, as we go throughout the night, we are going to have a cloud or two passing by, but another thing that we're going to keep an eye out for will be some smoke haze, because we have more of this easterly wind, and what it does during the overnights, it helps things to cool down rather quickly and quite a bit too. Overnight lows this morning were back down into the low 30s down around Shelton and Olympia. Saw a lot of 40s out there too, like in Bremerton, 45 in Friday Harbor, but more 30s up that way around Bellingham. The daytime hours, though, are rather pleasant. Got up to 70 in Seattle, 71 in Shelton, 68 in Tacoma, 69 in Quileute. So pretty nice fall day, but with that easterly wind, we are starting to really lock up a lot of that wildfire smoke across Okanagan County again, and we do have air quality alerts out for those areas where we do have some of the fires still raging there. Pretty good air quality for many of us west of the mountains, but there will be some periods of moderate air quality. And as we look at the model data for that, you can see that's continuing to move overhead here tonight and into the day for tomorrow. But then Wednesday, we quickly start to push that back off towards the east because we have more of this westerly flow that's going to return rather quickly with a weak disturbance that doesn't really have all that much rain, but it is going to bring back the cooler temperatures, and we'll go from the low 70s on tomorrow back down to the low 60s by Wednesday. Things are quiet, and we have the sun pretty much set here. Well, the sun is set, but you can still see a little sunlight there on the horizon from our Everett camera here into this Monday evening, and things all dark here. Generally, it looks like we're going to be keeping skies clear here around Seattle, as temperatures are right now sitting in the upper 50s early into your Monday night. Well on our way to the 40s for those overnight lows, and we'll start off chilly tomorrow morning, so make sure to have maybe something warm for the kids to put on before they head out to the bus stop. Next 12 hours for us shows those temperatures continuing to drop into the upper 40s. Some of those skies will become, I would say, mostly clear after becoming just completely clear for most of the evening. And once we do see those additional clouds, that will be kind of the signs of that system approaching the area with the front that will help to cool things off as we go into really tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Radar, not a whole lot really to talk about. We have high pressure that's dominating the area, keeping things clear and directing a lot of that active weather, all of those showers and clouds off to the north there into British Columbia and southeast Alaska. So what that means for us here down here is that we won't see a whole lot in terms of action. We'll keep things pretty clear, and you can still see more of that easterly flow, that offshore wind keeping with us here as we head into the night. That's why we're expecting that smoke haze to be more overhead as we head on into the day for tomorrow. We continue on, you can see a little change starting to take shape by the afternoon as more of those clouds come from out of the north and make their way farther south. And it's going to be that leading edge right there as we head on into 5, 6, 7 o'clock into Tuesday evening. That will be the frontal boundary that will push on through, eventually helping to reintroduce more of that onshore flow. And you can see those winds coming more so off of the coast right there behind that band of clouds. That will continue on into tomorrow night, and expect to see the additional clouds heading on into the day on Wednesday. Not a whole lot in terms of rainfall yet heading into Wednesday, but maybe a spotty chance on Wednesday, but those chances do increase, and you can see that wraparound moisture with that area of low pressure helping to guide more rain back across our area. First, it looks like it might even hit the eastern side of the Cascades, which will be great news because we have those fires over there, of course. But most of it will be relatively light, and by the time it reaches us, it will be even lighter as it starts to really soak up a lot of the moisture on the eastern slopes of the Cascades across those mountains, and things not really looking to be too active for us over here. Now, with the extra clouds later into the week, that'll mean some of our overnight lows won't be as chilly, but we're still talking about numbers that will be closer to the average of 49, a lot of upper 40s, and also some lower 50s too by the time we head into the weekend, additional clouds will be back in place because we have this next system that's going to continue to spin, and that will help to guide us into more of an active period. And that definitely will cool things down quite a bit more. You'll start to notice farther north in British Columbia, you're seeing a lot more of that white and blue popping up across the northern part of the province there. Well, that's snow. And for us, well, snow levels do start to drop as we head into the latter half of the weekend and into the start of next work week, but we're still talking about 5, 6, 7,000 feet. So no worries or impacts really expected at any of the past levels here as of yet, but it is going to change, and we'll have quite the pivot when it comes to our weather as we head on into the end of this week and on into the start of next week. Here's your forecast tonight. Clear skies, beautiful conditions for checking out that supermoon. Just going to be a bit chilly if you're heading out. Lows around the lower 40s around Shelton, Olympia, and in Chehalis. Not quite as cool, but still in the mid 40s around areas such as Bremerton, Tacoma, Seattle, and around Everett. And then highs tomorrow look to top off in the low 70s around Bremerton and in Seattle. Could even see some mid 70s like in Tacoma, Olympia, and in Puyallup. Cooler as you head farther north, where we're expecting those clouds and that front to start to push on by just a bit earlier into the day in Bellingham and Orcas Island, and then off towards the north coast, Quileute topping off at 62 degrees. Here's your 7-day forecast. We'll keep the low 70s around for tomorrow, and once we get past that, might not be anytime soon before we see the 70s yet again. Low 60s and 50s ahead, as we'll have those showers kind of off and on, really more hit or miss in nature, just the higher chances on Thursday, and then some higher chances again beginning to come in as we head into the weekend and into the start of next work week. So if you get a chance to get out there tonight to check out the supermoon, go ahead and do so. If you saw it last night, tonight's going to be maybe just slightly brighter. For all intents and purposes, pretty much the same. And then tomorrow night, too, we'll start off with the clear skies before those clouds do thicken yet again. All right, everyone, have a great Monday night, and we'll talk to you soon.